I'm your English teacher, and today's video is a bit different because I'm not talking to the camera, I'm behind the camera, and today we have a worksheet of different adjectives and we have to classify them into opinion, size, age, shape, color, origin, and material. So let's go. Now I'm going to put the correction and I'm going to explain each one in its order. Okay, so first I want you to print this worksheet or copy it at your home in a blank page, so you can, after you finish, you can send me a picture and I'll correct it, or you can also see the correction in the video. I'm going to do the correction now so you can see it at your home as you want, but if you prefer to send me a picture, don't hesitate and send me via Instagram. I'll correct it as soon as I can and I'll send you all the mistakes in direct message. So let's go. I'm not talking more and let's go with the correction. Okay, here we have the correction. So let's start by the first group, which is opinion adjectives. So the opinion is very simple because, as its own name says, is my opinion about something. For example, I'm in the street walking and I see a car, and for me this car is ugly. So I say, oh, what an ugly car. So ugly is an opinion adjective. Or conversely, I can say, oh, what a pretty car. Or what a marvelous car. So the first adjective we have at the list is pretty, which means bonito o bonita. Pleasant, which means que me agrada. For example, what a pleasant day. It's sunny. So, qué día más agradable, hace soleado. Or what a pleasant customer, qué cliente más agradable. So it can serve for both situations, the climate situation or the person situation. So then we have useful. So useful is usually used for objects, because you don't usually say that the person is useful because it seems like very strange. So for example, I can say, oh, what a useful book. It has served me for a lot of things. So useful is útil. So for example, ¿qué libro más útil me ha servido para un montón de cosas? Vale. Then we have marvelous, that you can give a clue by its spelling, that is maravilloso. So what a marvelous film. ¿Qué película más maravillosa? Now we have new, that is nuevo. A brand new shirt, una camiseta nueva, or brand new car, un coche nuevo. Funny, which is gracioso. So funny is usually used for persons. What a funny friend I have, or what a funny family I have. Qué familia más graciosa, o qué amigo tan gracioso. So then we have the next group, which is size. Size is tamaño. So the first is enormous. So enormous is like the most exaggerated adjective for size, because enormous is enorme. So I usually use it for huge things. For example, this boat is enormous. Este barco es enorme. Or this animal is enormous. Like for example, for any animal you think of that is enormous, enorme. Then we have tiny, that it's the opposite. Tiny is the smallest thing you can ever imagine of. That, for example, what's a tiny ant? Qué hormiga tan pequeña. Or what's a tiny car? Qué coche más pequeño. Then we have tall, that tall is not served for things. It's used for persons. For example, I have a tall friend, tengo un amigo alto, or my dad is very tall, so am I. Mi padre es muy alto, por lo tanto yo también. So then we have slim, which is delgado, and it's the opposite of fat, which does not include in this list, but also exists, that is gordo. So slim is also used for persons. Then we have the next group, which is age, and it's very simple because everyone knows what young means, which is joven, old, which is viejo. For persons, for example, a used object, for example, a very ancient object doesn't it's not very common to use old for objects, so I'll use old only for persons. So old is viejo, modern is moderno, modern age es la edad moderna, early age is a una edad temprana. For example, my baby has learned how to walk in an early age. Mi bebé ha aprendido a cómo caminar en una edad muy temprana. Then we have shape, which we have 4 words in this group, and it are wavy, straight, square, and oval. Wavy is like ondulado and is usually used to describe a type of hair. A wavy hair is a pelo ondulado. Straight is also used for hair and is liso or recto. So depends on the context where you're using, say, the word straight, but for example, a straight hair is a pelo liso, or street is una calle recta. Then we have square. That square, a square is a cuadrado, so square means forma cuadrada. And then oval, which oval is óvalo, so oval is the shape of una forma ovalada. So for example, my eyes have an oval shape. Mis ojos tienen una forma ovalada. Then we have the color group, which almost everyone should know also this group. And we have 4 examples of colors that are beige, that is beige, white, which is blanco, purple, which is morado, and silver, which is not as common, this color, but means plateado. Then we have also gold, which is dorado. That does not appear in this list, but also exists. Then we have origin. An origin is el origen de una persona, so where a person comes from. Oceanic is from Oceania, which is a continent. Then African from Africa, China from China, and Northern from the north. So norteño, chino, africano, and oceánico from a inverse order. Okay, so to conclude this video, I'm going to explain the material group. Okay, so materials are always used for inanimated objects, not for persons. So woolen comes from the word wool, which is madera. So woolen is de madera. For example, I have a woolen house, tengo una casita de madera. Then heavy is pesado, so this box is heavy. This box is heavy, esta caja es muy pesada, in the meaning of de mucho peso, a lot of weight. Then plastic, which is de plástico. This bottle is made of plastic, like almost every bottle. And then steel, which is acero. And I can say this boat is composed of steel. Este barco es de acero. That's the end of the video. I hope you learned a lot. And as I said at the beginning of the video, you can ask me whatever you want via Instagram, via YouTube, or at my school. If you're from a school, you can give me the worksheet, whatever you want. So I hope you learned a lot, and let's see you in the next video. Bye bye.